Please read the disclaimer. Hello, beautiful people. Shalom, moneymakers. It's Freaky Friday, and you know what that means. Freaky things can happen in the crypto market. We're starting out today. This morning, we got PCE data coming out. Yes, it is the preferred Fed inflation data. We're only a week out on the Fed decision, and the crypto market continues to be concerned on what could potentially happen. We'll talk about what the White House is saying. We'll look at XRP and where XRP is from a price action, from a fear point. You'll be kind of surprised or not surprised on where we are right now. We'll look at what Tom Lee is saying and JP Morgan is doing. And we'll talk a little bit about Japan. All I ask from you is that you give me a beautiful smile to send out those good vibes. Smishity smash that like button. Listen, it's Friday, and I think we need to smash it a little bit harder than regular, right? But don't break your phone. I know a lot of you watch the videos on your phone. Don't be sending messages, Avi, I smashed it too hard. No. Let's get into it. So currently, we have the White House saying that the Fed will likely cut rates as soon as next week. Kevin has it that, you know, who he is, right? It's not a surprise. If we go and we look at the probabilities, it looks like that's potentially what's still going to happen. Nothing too surprising here. Most of the crypto market is red today. If we go to the bubbles, some outliers here, but for the most part, we are on the red side of the realm here today. With the PCE coming out at 8:30 a.m. Eastern time, we haven't had these financial statistics come out because of the government shutdown. Well, now they're coming out, right? We had uncertainty, now we have certainty. Certainty is usually a good thing unless it's bad news. But it seems that the Fed is going to reduce interest rates regardless of the data that will come out here. So I will be interested to see how the market reacts to this data. But it will be very interesting to see where it goes. And listen, from XRP standpoint, XRP dropped down another 0.77% right now. So it erased basically half of the comeback that we saw. You remember when we were here, those who are subscribed to the channel and watch daily, that I mentioned that there's high probability that this is, a fake out, and this is, there will see continuation of volatility. At least I think till next week, until the Fed chairman speaks and decides. You can see on the 4-hour chart, we went from the bottom of the stochastic RSI to the top and now back to the bottom. So if there's nothing really critical that happens today, no real bad news, this volatility could continue. We could see a little bit of a reversal here, but right now the market is doing what it wants to do. Bitcoin hasn't really pulled back. So it's interesting, right? The XRP has been pulling back because when you look at it, XRP ETF inflows are at 900 million as 13-day inflow streak outperforms Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs. What could be happening, and you let me in the comment section know what you're feeling. Now, I know you're watching this video, which means you're still interested, and I really appreciate you. But XRP hits its highest fears level since October, when similar bear sentiment preceded a 22 rally into November, suggesting potentially, right, again, we don't know, this could be an opportunity to scoop up some assets. Again, this is just whenever we hit very low fear or high fear, right, low on the gauge, high fear, that historically is usually a good time to grow positions. It doesn't mean that it can't keep going down. Again, remember, this video is only my opinions and only what I am seeing on the market. This video is for entertainment and educational purposes only, not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence before you decide to invest. Very, very important. but we're at extreme fear. Now, if you ask me, our lowest fears than we were in October. When I look at all the things that are happening, I look at all the good things that are happening, the only thing that could be creating this fear is price action, one. Number two is the fact that we have ETFs and the price is not going bananas, which many influencers, people on YouTube, Reddit, X, were telling people that that was going to happen. And if you've been watching the channel, I was not one of those. I was warning that we saw with the Ethereum ETFs that it was not a great success for the price action. And even Bitcoin, it wasn't really a great success. It took time. It was more of the hype, right? Because it was the first and it was something unique. And the fact that the price action had come down so much, we were still a ways off the highs. So there was a lot of momentum. And so I knew that there was a high probability that it wouldn't be, XRP to whatever triple digits, like some people were saying, or four digit, right? Crazy stuff. I knew that that probably wasn't going to happen. Maybe it lost me some viewership, some people that were very, very excited about other influencers talking about stuff like that. But, I'm different, for better or for worse, right? My experiences taught me a lot of things about the market. And it will be very interesting to see, what happens over the next coming weeks, with the XRP ETFs and XRP in general. And as always, you can support the channel if you're interested by using one of my affiliate links to one of our partners. We have our partner BTCC. If you're interested trading the market, you can go long, you can go short. You get a 10% deposit bonus on your first time deposit over 500 USDT. Enjoy up to 40% lower trading fees and potential extra bonuses of up to 10K per users. But again, please, please, please trade responsibly. We've seen things happen in the markets. We've seen mass liquidations. So please be very, very careful. If you do use my link, I will get a commission. So thank you for that. Okay. Now, Tom Lee is very, very bullish, and we know he's very, very bullish. That's not that's not new news. But he thinks that basically crypto has bottomed, or we did see a bottom 10 days ago, or was it 5 days ago, when we saw Bitcoin drop all the way down to 80,000. Sorry, I forgot to turn off my desktop audio there. It's probably the wife sending me a message. Yeah. She went out, so she's like, tell me when you finish. And so we did see the bottom here at 80,000, around 80,000 for Bitcoin. He could be signaling that that is the bottom in his opinion. And talking about how over the next 8 weeks, we'll see the crypto market finally detach from the 4-year cycle, right? Now, people are saying that the 4-year cycle was destroyed because of MicroStrategy, basically. JP Morgan names MicroStrategy as the new Bitcoin signal. JP Morgan is basically saying that in this cycle, strategy matters more to Bitcoin's direction than the miners do. Their view is that miners just aren't the main driver anymore. The real signal comes from the big corporate holders sitting on massive Bitcoin positions, the ones who don't flinch during drawdowns and don't dump into every dip. The recent volatility was about leverage washing out, not long-term holders losing conviction. Strategy staying steady actually helped keep the market from breaking harder. JP Morgan takeaway is simple. If strategy holds firm, Bitcoin has room to recover and push higher once flow comes back in. Now, this is an interesting theory because theoretically, again, there's many factors to why the crypto markets fell into that 4-year cycle. Some say it's the money and the money cycles. Some reference it to the miners and the halving and how, there's less Bitcoin. So the miners needed always the price to go up, but it seems that they might not have enough, power anymore, or because we saw a new high before the halving, they already got the higher levels that they needed and they didn't need to push it up again this time. So now what's moving the market is strategy and these big firms and these big companies that are putting crypto on their balance sheets. It could be, okay. And then, so we talked about this. We need to be dynamic. We need to move. We need to be able to change. We need to be able to plan for best case scenario, worst case scenario, and good scenario, right? These are all things that we need to take into consideration. And there's always going to be an outlier like October 10th, October 7th, right? I don't know why all the things happen in October, but these are things that we need to be ready for. We need to be dynamic for. And so that's very, very important to remember, to plan out things and to be on our feet, on our toes, okay? I always have the monkey on my back. I have the plan, but, we don't know. Maybe Bank of Japan starts doing shenanigans and, Paul Barron says here the Bank of Japan is about to shake the crypto markets. Japan's likely rate hikes to 80% December 18, 19. This threatens the yen carry trade. That's been funding Bitcoin and risk assets for years. Last time they hiked was August 24. We all remember what happened then. BTC crashed to 49,600 billion wiped out from crypto, 1.14 liquidations. Are we about to see history again? They might be hiking interest rates, but they're also pushing money into the market, their economy, they're stimulating. So again, it's a kind of a weird situation. We have to plan out that will happen too, okay? Again, I bring you the good, the bad, and the ugly. There may be channels, and again, we have to be careful because I don't know how everything is being interpreted by the algo, but I'm, pulling back on how I'm framing everything and the thumbnails and the titles. And so, I really appreciate you still coming back, even maybe if you're seeing me less. And that's why it's so important to subscribe and join the free and open Telegram group. So you don't miss out on any new data, new news, new thoughts that I have. If you're interested in hearing them, of course. I might be, putting too much hot air in my head, right? but it's important to understand that these things are happening, and we might be long-term investors, but you can also be short-term and medium-term, on of course different scales, and that's why it's important to know everything, right? So I really appreciate you guys coming and joining me. Again, not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence before you decide to invest. Check out the links in the description down below. Follow me on X. Join the free Telegram group. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Don't forget to smash the like.